Alright, this is Marhawkman, and I am going to be playing the most recent featured episode.
Commissioned another historical tactical simulation, and they'd like you to evaluate it as soon as possible. Jaula and her agents were a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, only Discovery characters get to do this as if they were actually there, not TOS characters. Oh well.
This simulation will put you in the midst of one such a...
Anyway, so for this one, it's the story of how what's the best way to put this? Mirror version of dang it, what's he called? Ugh. Yeah, it was the captain of Discovery in season 1. Anyway, so for this mission, we find out what caused him to swap places, and to a lesser extent, find out why. Yeah, that guy. Lorca. Okay. Yeah, Captain Lorca. And Commander Landry, who is important, but not, as important, I guess you could say. And here we are in the prior system.
This is the USS Cicada. Switch to frequency 228.
Now, if you played the battle or for Prior's World TFO, these ship names will be familiar because they were ships that you see in that TFO. This guy not so much. These are the same Klingon star bases that you see in the mission.
Lowering shields now. We are ready to receive supplies. Engineering has confirmed.
Okay. This is presumably shortly after that fight.
Well, the captain has requested that you transport over to...
See, because in the TFO, the ships get, shot up by Klingons, so I guess we need to help them repair after the fight. I'm not sure exactly how a car fits into this, but we'll see.
Nice to finally meet you. I'm Captain Gabriel Lorca. Welcome to the Baran. This is my first officer, Commander Ellen Landry.
Sorry to hear about Captain Schaefer. He was one of our best.
Agreed. A damn fine captain. Though from what we've heard about what happened at Corvan, his ship's in good hands. And my somewhat tardy Chief of Security, Amna Patel.
Apologies, Captain. Welcome aboard. We appreciate the assistance.
Engineering's this way, if you'll follow me.
What took you so long?
You try booking a reception hall during prime wedding season. I'm lucky to be alive.
My warrior. Braver than 100 Klingons. We better catch up.
Before the captain throws us in the brig with the Klingons.
Anyways.
We've been mopping up here after our scrap with the Klingons.
To a certain extent, this seems to be treating me as if I'm a Discovery character because of the fact that he was talking about Captain Schaefer, who isn't who you end up with as a TOS character. That's the guy you see in the
The
Discovery
Baran is currently
tutorial.
holding some Klingon prisoners of war.
Prisoners we plan to deliver to a secure location before we ran into a snag. Lieutenant Kerwin, I have someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh, okay, so this picture is Lorca.
Welcome aboard. Thanks for lending us a hand. Mind taking a look at something here? I'm analyzing. Somehow the Klingons infected. Excellent.
Now, there's probably a bonus objective
Looks like
you
the
get
virus is out of the sensors. Let's turn them on.
when you play this as 3 characters with different branches, because you know, that's the way the class objectives have historically worked.
Wait, what? The virus came back when the sensors came up. Let's try again. What the? We just lost port to...
Bridge to Captain. Klingon vessels decloaking.
Lorca to bridge. I'm on my way.
Captain, internal sensors show multiple Klingon transporter signals in your vicinity.
All hands, repel boarders.
I'm actually wondering if the fight the virus thing was actually a dummy objective where it doesn't really do anything. It's just there to kill time. Where's Lorca? There we are.
Lorca to bridge. We need... No.
Chief, get us to the... On it.
Captain to sickbay. We have wounded on deck 17.
We're on our way, Captain.
Take one of these phasers.
Bridge to Captain.
Lorca to bridge.
And of course, you know, the hallway we haven't gone through yet is the one that's filled with Klingons. Although in this one they did actually have you do something about the ones in the other hallway.
Ellen! Ellen! Can you hear me? Ellen!
Cover me. Adele, give me a hand with this.
There's no time. Captain, you need to go.
That's not how we operate, Commander. We don't leave people behind.
Interesting.
It's clear. Help her.
I didn't have a rifle in that cutscene. My character is using a stance like I'm holding a rifle, but I'm not. I'm using dual pistols. And I'm wondering if maybe that's causing the cutscene to bug out slightly.
Glad you're on our backs.
We need to move. Can you stand?
No, I'll manage. It's not as bad as it looks.
To the shuttle bay.
Bridge to captain. Shuttle bay access is blocked, and the hangar doors are starting to open.
It's that damn Klingon virus again.
Bridge, this is the captain. Prepare the tractor beam. In case we fail.
Damn, it's even in the door systems. I'll handle this. Bam! Got it!
To be honest, though, their depiction of the way the virus works in this is actually reasonably good, because that's what sort of behavior you would expect if the virus was somehow copying itself from one ship system to another. I mean, because the reason why getting rid of the virus didn't work the first time was presumably the fact that we deleted it, and then it recopied itself from a different system back to the one we'd originally deleted it from. I mean, it's part of what makes computer viruses difficult to deal with in real life, because of the fact that, you know, it's not a single piece of software.
Not today. Not on my ship.
Change of plan. Kill the captain, then.
You'll have to get through me first.
Lorca to bridge. The prisoners are secure. Give me a status report.
Sir, the Klingon vessels just went under cloak.
They'll be back. Count on it.
We need to get the Klingon prisoners secured. Unfortunately, our holding facilities here are compromised. I think you'll agree we can't risk dropping them. All right, these Klingons wanted to ride in a shuttle. Load them up.
My team will handle the prison transfer to your vessel. I'll have our security. Excellent.
Okay. So, a car and several of the Klingons who were aboard the troop transports in, or not troop transports, but cargo ships in the,
My people believe it's coming from cloaked Klingon vessels, and I'm inclined to agree. Get ready for a fight.
Yeah, more shooting Klingons. Anyway, so in the Prior's World TFO, you capture a car ship and a bunch of lesser vessels that are just, they're labeled transports. It's not entirely clear what they're used for by the Klingons. Anyways, so in the TFO, we capture a car and a bunch of other Klingons as prisoners of war because we want to, you know, talk to them and try to understand why it is that they feel the need to do stuff that they've been doing. You know, it's been a lot of stuff.
All ships circle the wagon. Watch out for each other or get troopers.
I'm not entirely sure how he came to that conclusion, but whatever. The idea is somewhat sound because, you know, even, you know, with in-game mechanics, you know, if one ship is separate from the rest, it's relatively easy to pick them off by focus firing on them, while their friends can't do anything about it. Of course, the Shinano has been disabled. All right.
Nice work, Captain. Looks like the Klingons aren't finished with us in Pryor's world. Glad you were in the neighborhood.
Now, this is actually taking place in the past. These are not the forces that got pushed forwards through time by Jaula's idiocy. Instead, this is part of the actual war that we saw in the TV show.
I'm sure that'll...
So yeah, the idea that there are hundreds of them out there makes sense.
As you've seen, the Baran is needed here at Pryor's world. The destination is classified, I'm afraid.
I don't disagree, Captain, but we're at war. Things have a tendency to get irregular in situations like this.
Yeah, gotta
So,
improvise.
I'd like to send Commander Landry and a team. Oh, and one last thing. Landry.
Does not bode well.
My team is on board, Captain.
Excuse me.
We've arrived at the coordinates, Captain. We're being hailed.
Your presence in this system is unexpected. Transmit secure clearance, awaiting transfer of codes. I should remind you that all of...
That he did, Captain. Shall I transmitting initials? Very much so, Captain.
You're cleared for approach.
Now that's amusing because it actually did have them set as hostile at first. So if you had actually tried to go in, they would have shot at you, presumably? I'm curious if there was a way to actually get there without it now. But I don't know.
A word, if you please. It's about Warden Vosker. I've served with... Serving here allows Vosker to use methods and practices that would not follow the Starship. Some of his morals are...
Basically, Vosker's not
There
exactly
are
a
those in
nice
Starfleet
person.
who are more focused on results than the cost of achieving those results. Vosker is such a man.
Short version, Vosker's going to interrogate them a lot.
They want Vosker to get... My team has the prisoner...
Now, Vosker's goals and methods, well, hey,
Welcome
you know.
to Facility 2047. I'm Hadrian Vosker. Computer, update the log to finalize the transfer of prisoners to this facility. Authorization Vosker Sigma 9. We'll take it from here. A reminder, all data relating to this facility is classified. Now, if there's nothing else, I have a prison to run. Feel free to show your...
Thank you.
Not long enough. Was there anything of substance?
As in, according to Starfleet regulations, Hadrian.
Are you finished?
Yeah, telling him how to treat the prisoners after we leave is, seems pointless.
People love to talk about it.
Yeah, why don't you show us everything?
Wonderful. The prisoners are being...
Now, requesting that he give us a short tour after, as a demonstration that he's treating the prisoners properly seems...
Warden, there's increased comms from the Starfleet vessel stationed at Pryor's world. Sounds like there's another... I'm not sure. Sorry, the signal's garbage.
Yeah, interference. Probably the Klingons, to be honest.
So far it sounds...
We have our orders, and no distress signal is being sent. That being...
Fine. In the meantime, we have a job to do here. Got a nice cell waiting for you, Mokai. Move!
I'm not sure leaving the prisoners here with him is wise, Commander.
Now, one thing someone pointed out on the forum is that this
Just wondering what
facility
we can learn for our prisoners.
has largely the same,
Nothing the Admiral
what's the best way to put it?
Johnson here.
Art assets as the,
Systems and recommends a reboot.
Johnson, contact engineering. Keep an eye on things until I'm finished.
oh, the virus is here. Somehow, the virus is here.
Oscar to engineering. The bridged isolation is acting up. Fix it.
I'm betting this ACAR guy somehow has
Now deal with these malfunctions.
the a device on his person that's
Sir, the primary deflector grid just went offline. Look out! Klingons!
Johnson, initiate full lockdown. Get those shields back up now.
See, sometimes rebooting the system when there's a malfunction is actually the wrong thing to do, because in cases of viruses, rebooting the system can actually basically it restarts the system with the virus as part of the system.
All right, let's get this over with. Nice. Same to you, Haribach. Come on, stupid piece of work, damn it.
Problem, Hadrian?
I can't get the bridge to extend. We need to think of an alternative.
That didn't sound good. We need to get out of here right now. Let me help you. Hurry!
You don't have time for this. Let him fall. He's just a Klingon.
We are Starfleet. Since you've obviously forgotten, that is not how we operate.
Whatever. Let's get moving.
Interesting.
I don't have time for this. If we can...
Yeah, this is kind of looking bad. Okay, so
Let's stow this
maximum
guy.
security prison that now has a computer virus of Klingon origin somehow.
He's gonna be here a very long time.
How exactly that happened to be is somewhat debatable, but also, why am my team holding pistols like that? Jaula herself.
He's not going anywhere, lady. I'm gonna...
They transported in, of course they could transport out.
If only you had shields to block our transporters. Our paths cross once again. If only I had the time to edge. Like I
You two know each other?
Try to die. Well, Ketris, draw the truth.
Wonderful.
Alright, so
Before I get the shields back online.
I'm going to turtle.
Help him.
Get over here and cover me.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, summoning the proto-matter drone was a very good idea because, quite frankly, this is a lot of
Done
Klingons.
if they keep shooting me. Son of a... Do your job, idiot. I can't get this done if they keep shooting me.
Yeah. Okay, so this mission basically continues until you manage to have his little timer finish without getting interrupted. Lovely.
Disruptors hurt. Do your job, idiots. I can't get this done if they keep shooting me.
Wow, that is slow. Of course, the speed is actually pretty realistic when it comes to
Get over here and cover me.
Okay, so this isn't one of those where the timer resets, it just stops progressing.
Damn it. Get over here and cover me.
I'm really not sure if this is going well or badly, because I haven't done this before, but it feels like it's going badly.
I can't get this done if they keep shooting me.
Oh, you know what? I'm wondering if my turrets respawned. Oh, he's finished. Oops.
I'd hold off on any celebrations. Long-range sensors are picking up a Klingon battle group, approaching at high warp.
Lieutenant Kerwin can get those turrets back.
Heroics.
One shot, Captain. The turret grid just came back online.
It's just like that.
How did a Klingon virus get into our system? Klingons can be...
Of course. It's a genetic sequencing virus. We did a full medical scan of the Klingon prisoners surprisingly rotten, fortunately.
Okay, somehow coding a computer virus into your medical data? That would require some next level on knowledge of the system that's doing the scanning. It also represent a major flaw
You shouldn't beat yourself up for doing the right thing.
All right.
in the scanning system, because the system should not interpret medical data
Captain,
as
one
code.
of the Klingon vessels is hailing us.
Sha'ula Chatafim Atat. We have what we need. Leave the prison for the rest. Hey, Toshvet! They broke down! Starfleet vessel. Outnumbered. Our warriors.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to attempt to not aggro all of the Klingons. Might not be a good idea, but hey, you know. We'll see how it works out. I'm actually wondering if that guy just used Viral Impulse Burst on me. Also, I'm betting these guys respawn when you kill them. Yeah, the fact they keep losing target on these guys is interesting to me, because they're not getting out of firing range or anything. It's just something's changing my targeting. I think they're using an ability to disrupt it. It would make sense for Ja'ula's guys to use intel powers. That's actually one of the things that some of the intel powers do. So, now to just wait here until either those guys slowly inch their way into firing range, or the timer runs out. Well, that one inched his way into firing range. Charg is here. Oh, and a boarding party shuttle. That's great.
We've lost the advantage here. All ships withdraw.
Okay then. So the Klingon fleet is moving away. I'm actually wondering if that Charg guy, if I'd simply left him alone, would have done the same thing. Now what? Oh, wait for them to finish warping away. Or, you know, shoot them to death. At least I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing here. Yep, there it goes. They're just moving really, really slowly away from us.
Good news, Captain. Latest sensor reports show all Klingon vessels are either destroyed.
Kerwin here. Captain, all systems are clear over here. Not reading any Klingon ships on sensors either.
Captain, if it's all the same to you, I recommend we retrieve Lieutenant Kerwin and return to the Baran.
Alright. Then we go find out what happened to the Baran in the next episode.
Interesting.
And that was the mission.
I went through it myself. Some of it was rough to witness, considering the final fates of Captain Lorca and the crew of the Baran. Seeing them in action.
Ooh, a Discovery Phaser Pulsewave Assault. This armor is decent, but not great. Alrighty then. Well, and that was that. See you guys next video. As for the overall mission, well, I mean, the idea that an individual with somewhat, shall we say, loose adherence to ethics would end up as a prison warden where they'd store people who they want to extract information from makes a lot of sense, to be honest. That reason for having a prison lends itself to that. So, you know, that aspect of the story was believable. I mean, prisons have a purpose. They're not just there. And anyways, though. So, overall, I think it was a pretty good mission.
Has provided some very interesting.
As a, you know, storytelling device of showing us how it's showing background information on certain things that happened in the TV show that they just didn't have time to show in the TV show, which, you know, very cool. Alrighty then. Well, see you guys next time.